Hey guys, my name is Marc. For the last couple of years, I've traveled the world as a fitness model. I have the honor to impact millions of people. I'm always looking for a way to become better, and my goal is to inspire you to do the same. In this new series, guys, we'll get with the top fitness influencer in the space to bring you their story, their challenges, and how they overcame everything that they have done to be where they are today. So the goal and the premise of this series is to empower you guys in your journey with all of their experiences. So it's gonna be awesome. We'll train together, do activities together, and we'll get to know them better. So here we go.
Point in my life that really truly changed me is when I was still in the military. I just returned from South Korea from a 9-month rotation. I was waking up at 4 a.m. I'd be at work by 6 for PT. I'd go to work from 6 a.m. till 7 p.m. do work, go to sleep at 1 a.m. just to wake up at 4 a.m. the next morning. You find these opportunities that you know are going to be painful, they're going to suck, they're going to hurt, but there's always something that comes out from it.
So today will be a first time shooting guns, and it couldn't be better than with Nick. He will just teach me all the basics. It's gonna be crazy. Like, I was just seeing like the bullets, I was like, oh my god, this is just insane why I'm holding this, you know, it's crazy.
We have an AR-15 that shoots 5.56. We have a 45 ACP, which is a pistol, and then we have a fully automatic machine gun. So the range here, they gave us access to pretty much all of their weapon inventory and cache. So this whole lounge is ours for the day to shoot. We have probably over 1,000 rounds for the day, so we'll be all right.
Which is a lot?
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot? Okay. Let's do this.
How was that?
Impressed. Very impressed.
That's a lot of power, man.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening? Like, when I heard it like first time, I was like, oh my god, this is so strong. Like, it's crazy, so loud.
That's a handgun.
Yeah, I know.
Huh. First time you did pretty good. You're on target.
I seen your face, you were like...
Yeah, no, I was not ready for that.
Me either. So what would be 3 power tips you would give to someone who want to reach his goal and maintain them?
Power tips to attain your goal and maintain them. I'd say number 1, we talk about in business all the time where you have this competitive advantage. You need to have a competitive advantage that keeps you in line with your competition, but also separates you from your competition. And I'm a firm believer that the things you do in your personal life within being competitive and having this advantage, you should do in your business as well. So something to separate you from your competition, to grow you, to sustain you and maintain what you're trying to grow and what you're trying to attain. I live by embracing the suck, because we find these uncomfortable spots, these uncomfortable positions, and we put ourselves in them to grow past our competition, to make us stronger and better, to be better at what we're doing and better at what we want to become and accomplish. You're gonna charge the weapon, put it on fire, and you're good to go.
I'm cute.
lights go off, it's a low light, and then the targets turn on her own. It runs through the cycle, so you have to shoot with like lights flashing. Embracing the suck is something I adapted strongly when I was in the military. It's something I learned when I was in. You know, I was waking up at 4 a.m. I had to be at work by 6 for PT, and then I'd work till 6, 7 p.m. But at that same time, I was building my business. I was doing YouTube. I was growing my personal brand, and we were building a warehouse for our company. So I would wake up at 4. I'd go to work from 6 a.m. till 5, 6, 7 p.m. From there, I'd go to our warehouse, build a warehouse, film YouTube videos, edit, do work, go to sleep at 1 a.m. just to wake up at 4 a.m. the next morning. So it's like that whole 3-4 month part of my life it's a big blur. Because,
Would you do it again?
Oh, absolutely, I would do it again because
let's say like tomorrow, like you're like, oh, I need to do that. Just
100%.
Okay.
People ask me. Now I went through Ranger School, which is another part of embracing the suck for me because it truly sucked. But I grew so much from that experience personally, and learned about other people's strengths and weaknesses, my own strengths and weaknesses. It was the best school I've ever went to. But if someone asked me, would you do it again? As much as it sucked, yeah, I would do it again because I know I would grow from that opportunity. So it's like you find these opportunities that you know are going to be painful, they're going to suck, they're going to hurt, but there's always something that comes out from it. You're always going to learn something, you're always going to grow, you're going to become a better person. And even if it's not going to help you, it can help people around you. You know, it helps you become a better leader. Having a competitive advantage, knowing how to embrace the suck, the things that I truly believe will like help you grow, help you maintain, help you sustain what you're trying to accomplish. I'm a huge advocate of strategically planning what you want to do. So like I'll have a physical timeline of where I'm at today and where I want to be, and within that physical timeline there's these pieces of things you need to accomplish within this timeline to make your goal happen. Alright guys, so I'm going to walk Mark through a chest workout today. He's embracing the heat of like...
Oh my god, it's crazy. There's no AC in the gym.
100 degrees in Texas, in a warehouse with no AC. So we got like one box fan behind us. But we're going to start with some sort of compound movement, that being incline dumbbell press. And like I like doing something after that. It's like just fatigue burner, which is a push-up variation using a medicine ball. And then we'll go into a lot of accessory stuff, and then some tricep stuff and a Metcon. But like my philosophy on training is, you know, a lot of people follow a very strict schedule or a style of training. I like incorporating everything. So bodybuilding, powerlifting, metabolic conditioning, endurance. I ran a marathon a few months ago. I'll do
I have to jump on that. I need to do at least one marathon in my life. I just feel like if not, you're not in like in good shape. You know, you need to be able to do that.
A marathon for me was like the most humbling experience ever.
Oh yeah, what's up?
I hit mile 12, and I was like dead after that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, my style of training is all over the place, but I enjoy like putting myself in a lot of suck and a lot of praying. So that's what we'll do today.
If you can tell the audience what would be like one mistake that you have done that you wish you didn't do, so they can learn from it, you know, to avoid it.
Yeah, so one of the biggest mistakes I made early on was not going in 100%, not going all in. Because I talked to you earlier about this. Like, I started YouTube 3 different times. And I remember sitting in my college apartment, in my college dorm room growing up. I was going to school for nutrition. I was in ROTC. I was about to commission the Army. And I decided, well, I wanted to be there. I want to be doing that. I want to create something for myself. So I started and I failed and I quit. And I started and I failed and I quit. And failing to me was I wasn't happy with the content I was putting out there. I wasn't growing fast enough. I wasn't all in. And it wasn't until I went all in and I decided, you know, I'm going to commit to making this happen, that I actually made it happen. All right, now we're moving on to, we'll do some cable flies. We'll do two fly variations. Cable flies and dumbbell fly, but the dumbbell fly is a fly variation into a close grip press.
Okay, and then you fly back.
Yeah, you fly back. So this is one rep right here. So all inner chest pump right now.
On. Maybe not. Oh, yeah.
Fly away.
You better off running with the bulls than running with that bullshit. Knock it out the park while I'm sitting in the bullpen. I'm too ahead of my time.
Okay, so the last thing we're doing for chest, we're gonna use this chest press machine, plate loaded. Gonna do 5 reps on one arm, 5 reps on the other arm, and then both arms together as many reps as possible. As you can probably tell from my workout strategy so far, I'm a huge fan of AMRAPs and just burning out, which to some people, not optimal. To me, I thoroughly enjoy it.
Knock it out the park while I'm sitting in the bullpen. I'm too ahead of my time. You couldn't bet on my line. Can't do it better than mine. I pin the rhythm and die for every nickel and dime. Think that I'm sick in the mind. Sick of lyricism, intricate rhymes. They wanna pick it and try to rebuttal me. Utterly a waste of their time. But they don't got like. It's imperative, get more than a paralegal. A parachute with a paratrooper, that's a pair of people. Apparently, I'm parallel to a pyramid. Comparative to you, a parent, and I ain't hearing that I might.
A lot of people will try things out, and as soon as it doesn't work out, they'll quit, and they'll quit early on. Like, how many times do you see people like they say they want to do something, as soon as they try it, no, this isn't gonna work, I quit. Well, you didn't try long enough. Like, sometimes it'll take a day, sometimes it'll take a year, sometimes it takes 10 years to make things happen. But as long as you keep going through the process and trusting that process, it'll pay off.
Yeah, because it is simple, but it's not easy. That's what I say to everyone. And there's always, like, when you do like meetup, people, I want to start a YouTube channel. But is it really what you want to do, you know? Is it that thing? And most often, like, you see people like, I'm trying to do that, but I'm going to school, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And they're like, but I will commit when I have the perfect opportunity, you know, when I finish school and when I don't know, I quit my job.
There's never a perfect opportunity.
Exactly. So I think you just nailed the point right there. Just gotta embrace the suck for a while and just go after it no matter what.
Yep. I mean, I do it personally myself, where it's like, hey, we'll work on this next. When things slow down, things never slow down.
Yeah.
So it's like, sometimes you need to reevaluate what you're doing and prioritize and put that in place of something that's less important and make it work, and it'll work out. So we're gonna develop this one. I'm gonna develop this one on the spot right now. It's gonna incorporate squats at 225 pounds. It's gonna incorporate the rower. It's gonna incorporate box jumps and wall balls. So it's gonna go
Looks fun.
3 rounds, 500-meter row, 20 wall balls, 20 box jumps, 10 squats at 225. So 500-meter row, 20 wall balls, 20 box jumps, 10 barbell squats. 3 rounds. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be really rough.
The final one is, what would you say to someone who's about to give up?
I mean, I've been in that position. I've been in the position where I've almost given up. And it goes back to, like, the thing that almost failed me is, when you're about to give up, you have to, like, ask yourself, have I dedicated all my time and resources to actually making this work? Most of the time, like, chances are, if you're at the point of giving up, there's something you haven't tried or done. And that's when you have to pull yourself away from the situation, because sometimes when you're working on something you get so invested in, you get this tunnel vision and you're working on this small problem that is holding you down. If you can look big picture, pull yourself away from the situation and assess and address everything that's going on, you can find a problem to work on. So if you're in that point where you want to give up, pull yourself away from the situation and kind of assess what's going on and work on the problems that need worked on to make that dream or that goal a reality.
Mark, you okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. I like it. I think I will integrate it in my workout. Just at the end, like just to do more cardio.
Yeah,
it feels great.
They wreck me. Like Metcons, absolutely wreck me. And like you don't feel like you're doing cardio, but
Oh, it's the best.
How did Mark do?
Mark did well. He did really well. I thought at one point I thought you were gonna catch me. I was like, no. So I was like trying to go as fast as possible in the rower.
Now the rower after like 300 meters, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's hard.
500 meters is like,
It's long.
it's long. It's longer than you think it would be. But
It's crazy. Oh my god. I need a shower though. Look at that.
it's one of those things though, it's like, oh yeah, I'm drying. It's one of those workouts that like, I never understood why like CrossFitters went to the ground afterwards until like you do a Metcon and all you want to do is just like lay on the ground and open up.
Yeah,
You just
open
want to lay there forever. Now we eat.